Zek, here, take my shield. The powers in it will heal you and give you energy.
Thanks, Tommy. What about you?
I'll be okay. Huh? Look out!
You're gonna pay for that, Green Ranger!
Look out, Zek!
Sit tight, buddy. I'll take care of this guy. Yes! That should break this...
Alright, welcome back to my monthly toy review thing. Gonna do something new here. Today it's a comparison review between the SH Figuarts and Hasbro Lightning Collection Dragon Shield Black Rangers, or Armored Black Ranger if you prefer. The Figuarts one was a con exclusive for a good while until they did a reissue and gave them a mass release. And the Hasbro one is a Walgreens exclusive. So yeah, both these guys are exclusives. I know what some of you are probably thinking, because I see this comment posted a lot on comparison reviews. It's that there's no point to comparing a $70 figure, the Figuarts one, to a $20 figure, the Hasbro one, because the more expensive figure will always win. That's actually not true. There's a lot to talk about with these two, and at least for me, when it comes to comparison reviews like this, it's usually not so much a question of which one completely dominates the other. It's more a question of which figure fills its price point out better. That said, you might be surprised as to how this review turns out. So, also, I was going to originally put a third figure in here, that being the Metallic Armor Black Ranger from the Legacy Collection. Let's see if I can get him in frame. And, well, I decided not to in the end because A, he doesn't have the Dragon Shield. B, he, well, let's just say these two, even if I did compare them, they totally dominate this guy. And, like, that's not to say I hate this figure. I actually like it a lot for what it is. It's just that, yeah, these two definitely outshine him. Which is a shame because, let me see if I can get frame a little. There we go. But yeah, I do like him a lot. But yeah, Bandai did a good job on the Legacy line for the most part, I feel. But yeah, these two totally destroy this guy. Sorry, man. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to divide this into 3 parts. First part's going to be the Sculpt. Second part's going to be the Articulation, and third part's going to be the accessories, and then we'll see who comes out on top. Alright, so starting off with Sculpt, here's the Figuarts one, and you can see all the fine details, like the center of the Dragon Shield there, little details on the belt, the chrome gold finish on the Dragon Shield. Really good stuff, what you would expect from SH Figuarts. However, while, yeah, the Lightning Collection one isn't that chrome gold, it's more like a solid yellow. They do still have the little details there, which is nice. Not as quite a big level of finish, sort of to be expected for a $20 figure. But one thing they did that this guy did not is, okay, you see the belt detail there? Yeah, there's a little bit there. It's not bad. But yeah, they almost matched it. It's not one-for-one perfect or anything, but they actually did a pretty dang good job on the belt here. They came pretty close to the Figuarts one. I think the Figuarts one is overall slightly better. And I know it's hard to show on camera, but like this one is flat, this belt, totally flat. But the Lightning Collection one is actually embossed. It's actually like sculpted in there. And that's pretty cool, that's nice. But yeah, not too much else to say, although I guess I will note that maybe it was just mine. But this guy, I actually had to pop his arms off and switch them because they came reversed out of the package. I hope that's just mine, it's not everybody's. But it's a simple fix, so it's not really a huge deal, but yeah. But yeah, overall, I'd say the Figuarts one is the better of the two, but there is also one other key difference that might be a deciding factor for these guys. Okay, so this guy is very much just like stylized Japanese hero, right? Lean, athletic, all that. Whereas the Lightning Collection one has proportions much more like there's actually like a human in the suit, like the American actor Walter Jones in the suit, which is cool. It's got much better proportions, much more natural human ones, in my opinion. So that's pretty good. So it's kind of a pick your poison, but I will say overall, I think the Figuarts one, just because it has a slightly better level of finish, and also actually has a neck, is the better of the two. And also, they both have the diamonds underneath the shields, which is a nice touch, because the Legacy ones that use Dragon Shield did not do that for some reason, like green and red. So, yeah. Overall, I'm going to give it to Figuarts, but, you know, there is something to be said about the Lightning Collection one. I could see someone siding with it, personally. Alright, now for articulation, and you might be thinking, oh, well, the higher priced figures gotta have better articulation in all regards, because, you know, higher price point, more value, right? No, actually. There are a lot of key points where the Lightning Collection one wins. So, first and foremost, okay, this guy. His torso, worthless. Like, you can get a little bit of movement out of it, but it's gonna stay static. Like, straight up. Like, there's no... Like, it's there, but I guess the way they did the shield blocks it. So, good luck. And there's also no waist twist. Like, okay, I take that back. There is one, but at, like, minimal range. Also, these elbows, which is a common problem for all the Figuarts Ranger figures. Like, yeah, okay, they're double jointed, but the top part of the joint here, it, like, doesn't move. You have to, like, really force it. And even then, it's just a little bit better than 90. There is no boot cut swivel at all. And it has the drop down hip so you can high kick, which is nice. But that thigh swivel there, which I don't know if I can show you it properly, but it's kind of hard to see because of my background and the shadow, but like the thigh swivel here, like, it's a little weird to use. I know it's kind of hard to see because of the shadows and my background and all that. But the way it's sculpted, not too great, not too user-friendly. One thing that's nice though is that this is articulated. So that's cool. Although it tends to pop off pretty easy. And also, you can get a nice circular motion out of the elbows here. And although there is a butterfly joint, technically, it doesn't really afford that much range. So, but yeah, the articulation on this guy is not bad. Oh, and also you can get a lot more movement out of the head. Good stuff. But yeah, the articulation on this guy is not bad, but the Lightning Collection one absolutely kills it. On him, okay, the head can only really swivel. It doesn't really look up and down all that much, and that's because they didn't really give him a neck, so to speak. So, yeah, that sucks, but like, here's where things get better. Okay. He has a butterfly joint. And for some reason, this one's a lot easier to use than the other one, but look at that. You can really get it to go forward and back, and it helps that this is a softer plastic, so it moves out of the way a little bit. Whereas the Figuarts one's just a hard plastic that you kind of just have to deal with. Oh, there we go. I just had to force this a little bit, and now it's...
That's my boy.
Now, yeah, look at that. You can be like, yeah, boy. But no. So let's have him T-pose for me for just a second here. And look at this amazing torso joint. You can move it all around, no problem. A lot more dynamic poses thanks to that. Although that said, literally no waist twist on this guy. I actually don't like that. I don't like the reverse ab crunch on the Lightning Collection figures. Yes, I'm one of those people, like, okay, sure, you can bend forward and back a really nice way, but this torso joint they've done for all these figures is so good, you kind of don't really need it, or just do one or the other, like, but yeah, you can lean him forward, back, left, right, all that. Just a waist twist, you would be able to do so much better with that, but it is what it is. You can only do, and they go out to the side a little bit, but you can only do like just under horizontal kicks, and that sucks. But traditional thigh swivel, much easier to use. And these knees, the joints, on mine at least, the bottom ones are a little stiff, but yeah, the double joint, you can get a full curl. And they're not the best looking knees, but they're actually better looking than the Figuarts ones. In fact, I think I forgot to show you that. Like, let me show you real quick. So, Figuarts knee, you have this unnecessary bit sticking out that does not look natural at all. But yeah, you see you have that extra lip there, and it doesn't look natural. Like, yeah, you get a full bend, but the knee joint on the Figuarts one is ugly as sin. So yeah, Lightning Collection does better on that. And it also has the bootcut swivel, which is nice. Ankles on both guys are pretty much the same, so we're not going over that. But yeah, overall, in terms of dynamic posing, the $20 figure wins. Like, yeah, I give it to Hasbro on this one. That's pretty dang good. So, yeah, last but not least, accessories. Alright, and now for accessories, you have another sort of interesting situation with these guys. So, for the Figuarts one, he comes with his power axe, he comes with the blade blaster in its blade mode. He comes with various sets of gripping hands for his different weapons, actually, as well as a style post hand, and of course, you know, the two fists you see on him outside the figure. And also the last one, which confuses me, is the Thunder Slinger, and you can't separate it from the blaster either for some reason. It's permanently fused to the blade blaster. He never used the Thunder Slinger. In fact, the Thunder Slinger was used in one episode, so it's strange to me, but like, okay, I'll take it. And then as for the Lightning Collection figure, you have the Power Axe, you have a blast effect to come out of it when he's using it as a blaster. You have the Blade Blaster permanently in its blaster mode. It can't shift into the blade mode. He also does not have the blade mode as a separate accessory, like the Legacy one did. And he also comes with the unhelmeted head, which me personally I don't care for, but I know a lot of people do care about that. And to me it doesn't really look that much like Walter Jones, but like, I'm not the best judge when it comes to faces, okay? Like, I'll just be honest about that. So you judge that for yourself. And he also comes with these two gripping hands that he comes with inside the package, and then he has the two hands I have had on him throughout this review, one being a fist hand and the other being a karate chop hand. Me personally, I don't like that. I would prefer just two fist hands and then two gripping hands, but I guess the karate chop hand's fine, I guess. One thing I want to know, you know, there's one accessory that both of these two lack, and that's the Dragon Dagger here. This is from the Legacy Collection, Lord Draken. And by the way, I tested, both of these guys can hold it fine. But yeah, neither of these guys come with a Dragon Dagger, which, granted, okay, in the episode where Zack dons the Dragon Shield, he doesn't use the dagger, but like, if Jason can use it, so should Zack be able to, you know, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to buy a Dragon Dagger off another figure if you're gonna use it. I don't know if the Figuarts one works with them. I would assume it does, but just know that the Legacy one, which is the only one I have, that one they can hold, no problem. And now something else I want to know too, speaking of main weapons, okay. The Power Axe. Here's the Figuarts one, right? Here's the Lightning Collection one. And surprisingly, okay, the Figuarts one has a few extra details in it, like the lines along the handle there, or the barrel of the gun, if you prefer it to be that way, right? And even though it has this little slit here, right? I've pulled on it to where I feel comfortable, it doesn't move. Also, there is no symbol here on the X. There's no mastodon, which is weird, because, you know, with Figuarts having the higher attention to detail, you figure it'd be there. However, okay, it's not gold like it's supposed to be, but the Lightning Collection one has it on both sides. And it's actually sculpted in there. Although this side looks a little bit slightly worse than one other side, because there's some specks. I don't know if it'll show up on my camera very well, but, and then here's another thing, okay? This one also has the slit, right? You can actually transform it properly between axe and blaster mode. That's really cool. I love that. That is a feature. So, yeah, that's really awesome. And last but not least, something I want to know about the details of these accessories. Okay. So, the blast effect, which is blue, right? It looks cool on its own. Now, a lot of people, myself included, thought, wait, aren't his lasers purple? Because, you know, he's the Black Ranger, purple energy, it makes sense. I looked up some footage. There are actually some fights where his lasers are like purple, but other times they're like an electric blue. So while I would have preferred a purple blast, this is still technically accurate. So points to them on that, I suppose. But yeah, overall, like, technically okay, yeah. You get more accessories with the Figuarts one, but the Lightning Collection one here comes with pretty much all the essentials, like the ones that you would actually want. And plus two, being able to transform the Power Axe back and forth, is just awesome. I love that. I love that you can actually have him cock the gun or switch it back to axe mode or whatever. That is so great. No other Black Ranger toy has done that until now. That's awesome. I love that. So, for me, in terms of accessories, I gotta give it to Lightning Collection. Like, not as many, sure, but overall executed better for the price point. Alright, so final thoughts. In terms of sculpt, the Figuarts one here is the winner. But in terms of both articulation and accessories, Lightning Collection takes it. So, yeah, I would actually say the Lightning Collection Dragon Shield Black Ranger, not only is it a good figure in its own right, but it actually wins. A $20 figure actually beat a $70 one. That's pretty amazing. So, yeah, I gotta give it to Hasbro. I hope they continue to improve the line. I know in the future they are going to, because they recently announced how the line's gonna get increased to $22 and each figure will come with more stuff. But so yeah, hopefully when they make a regular Black Ranger, it'll be great too. I never got the Figuarts regular Black Ranger, but maybe I'll compare that to the Legacy one whenever they decide to do that. So, you know, look forward to that, I guess. But yeah, overall, would definitely recommend, and the winner is Hasbro. I hope they keep it up. I've been really liking this line for the most part, and I hope you guys found this review useful. And if you can't find this figure at your local Walgreens, you can find it on the Walgreens website. So yeah, check it out, and hope you enjoyed. Take care.